You guys, okay, so today I'm gonna be doing another tag. You guys know how I feel about tags. It's an easier way for you guys to get to know me, especially if you're new to my channel. This tag is called the Guilty Confessions tag, and it was created by BubzBeauty. I'll put the link to her channel down below. And yeah, I just thought this would be a fun tag to do because I get to dish the dirt a little bit about myself. So without further ado, here we go. Okay, so question number 1. What is your guilty pleasure? Right now, my guilty pleasure, I would have to say, is the calzones from Hungry Howie's. If you've never had Hungry Howie's before or never even heard of Hungry Howie's, it's like a pizza place or whatever, and they deliver. And if a Hungry Howie's is by you, like seriously, order the pizza deluxe calzone, and you get 3 free toppings, and you should get the sausage, pepperoni, and bacon. It tastes so good. I was like just noticing the other day that I had a couple of boxes still that I hadn't had thrown away from Hungry Howie's, and I was like, oh my god, like I've been eating this so much. So yeah, that's like my guilty pleasure right now. Share something you did a long time ago that you're still ashamed of. Okay, so story time. Alright, so the only thing that I can really think of was when I was in the 2nd grade, and this boy named Michael, I'm pretty sure he doesn't watch my YouTube videos because this was so long ago. He came to my school and he was in my class, and I wanted him to notice me. So what I did was I moved my seat near him, and we would talk and everything, and I just liked him for some reason, but whatever, like it was 2nd grade. So what happened was he turned around and he was like, can I put my crayons in your crayon box so you can keep them safe, so when I come back I know that they'll be with you? And I was like, sure, okay. So he comes back and he asked for his crayons back, and I was like, I don't have your crayons. What are you talking about? Like I was being an asshole, and I would not give him his crayons back. And he even went to the principal about it. He told the teacher about it, and like he had like no proof that I had taken his crayons. They even looked through my crayon box and they were just like, well, you know what, you lost your crayons. Like I felt so bad. It was like in the 2nd grade, you guys, let me just keep reminding you. And like on top of that, like one day we had like movie time, and my teacher had told me to hold my crayon box in my hand just in case he tried to go over there and take my crayons. And I was holding my crayon box, and he kept coming towards me because I was sitting in a chair. I would hold off the crayon box so he can try to get it, and then I would pull it back. I was an ass. Share one bad habit that you have. My only real bad habit that I have that I'm slowly but surely stopping is that, well, it's actually 2 things. One bad habit is that I hold in my feelings a lot. Like it's not something that I do on purpose. It just happens because I don't know how to express myself without using anger to do so. And I'm getting better with it. And another thing is that I curse a lot, and I'm also getting better with that. I don't curse as much as I used to, honestly, even though when I tell people around me that I don't curse as much as I used to, they don't believe me. But honestly, like I've toned down a little bit with the cursing, but it's still a bad habit. Reveal one lie you've told, big or small. Other than the crayon situation, I think one of the biggest lies I've ever told is, if you know me personally, you know this already, but when I was in the 11th grade, I went the whole year with forging my report card, and I almost got away with it. If it weren't for you meddling kids, no, I would have got away with it though if I wasn't actually failing my classes. Because I was in this class called Student Center, and they'll call your parents if you're like failing, and they called my mom, and my mom was like, no, she's not failing, she's doing so good in her classes. And the teacher was like, no, you should come up to the school and come talk to me. And I was like, man, this is some bull. And I remember talking to my mom that day, and I was like I just knew like that day wasn't going to be a good day. I'm still like ashamed of it, but yeah, like that's like one huge lie that I told, was when I was in 11th grade. What is one silliest thing that you got upset or angry over? I think, okay, so I'm gonna put my babe on blast. He has a celebrity crush on an actor. Her name is Anna something. The main character from the Chronicles of Narnia, the girl. That's his like celebrity crush, and like whenever he says something like about her and like she's his background to his phone and his internet browser, and I got upset over that. Like I don't know why. Like maybe because I want to be the background, but that's like something really silly. And like we joke and play about it because my celebrity crush is Benedict Cumberbatch, Sherlock Holmes. Like I'll say things and then Rob will like respond back and I'll get mad, even though okay I started it, but whatever, like still. So yeah, that's like something silly that I got upset over. Something you're really bad at. Oh, you know what, something I'm really bad at, like when I get around new people, especially like in the industry that I'm in, I need to be not loud and flamboyant, but I don't need to be the quiet one sitting in the corner, because you want people to notice you. And sometimes when people talk to me and I don't know them and I'm like in a surrounding that I've never been in, I'll talk like this. Like someone will say hi to me and I'll be like, like I'll talk like that, like I'm a freaking ghost or something. Like I don't know why I do that when obviously I talk loud as hell. Share something you preach but never do. I don't know. I have to think about that. I don't know. I have to think. I'm gonna think. And then I'm gonna edit it to when I think about it. Something that I preach but never do. Well, sometimes I give good advice. Sometimes people don't take advice. And I tell other people, like, if somebody doesn't take your advice, like, okay, oh well, it's their decision at the end of the day. I say that, but I don't think that. I just think that if I came up with good advice, maybe you should take it. I took time out of my day. I'm just saying. But no, that's something that I need to stop. Have you ever stolen before? If so, what? I have stolen before. But I can't say where or... Okay, well, I stole like little trinkets before. And it was like years ago in a school store. Like, I'll just say that. Yeah, it was like years ago. Like I was like in middle school. Reveal one act of revenge. I've never been a person to try to do vengeful things towards somebody. And if I have, I can't remember right now. But I think like the biggest act of revenge on anybody or anything is happiness. Just to show the person that you don't really care about what they're doing. And you know, you just live your life. You don't have to check their Twitter, their Facebook, their Instagram just to see what they're up to, or like comment on the picture and say, ugh, you ugly. Like, no, like maybe like my act of vengefulness would be like me ignoring people who I don't talk to anymore. Because if I don't talk to you anymore, like, and I like fell out with you, like you don't exist, like I forget that you exist, like who are you again? Like that's just the way how I am. Name somebody you used to envy. Okay, when I was in elementary school, I used to envy these two girls. I know one of them watches my YouTube videos, Jahara, and I don't think Neandra watches my YouTube videos, but I used to envy them so much because their clothes used to be so cute, and they used to get like all the dudes, and then I thought they were rich. They probably were rich, I don't know. But point is that I used to envy them so much. Mischievous thing you did in your childhood. When I was younger, my sister Deja had a glass bank. It was like in the shape of a bear, and my parents, if you're like new to my channel, you don't know this story, or you might know this story if you watched my 50 facts about me video. I'll link that down below too so you guys can check that out. It's another tag that I did. But yeah, so my sister had this glass bank and my parents didn't want me to touch it because obviously it was glass. So what they did was they put it up on a dresser, and I was like, oh hell no, I'm about to get this bank. Okay, so what I did was I climbed up the dresser, and then everything fell on me, and a piece of glass went through my arm. If you can see, yeah, a piece of glass went through my arm. I guess I can say that's kind of mischievous because I did that when I wasn't supposed to, and I was like, I'm about to get this money. That probably wasn't intentions, because like, you know, like when you're a kid, like that reverse psychology stuff like really does work. Like they said, no, you can't mess with it, and I was like, I'm about to mess with it. Like that's what my mindset was. So you can only imagine how I was as a child. If you made it all the way to the end, I tag you to do this tag. Tweet me on Twitter, inbox me on Facebook, or link this down below if you actually did this tag. I'll be happy to check it out. But the specific people who I tag for this tag is Elite Creations, or Life by Elle, because she has 2 channels. I also tag Kale Bell Films, Kelly Sherman, and I also tag Deja's Journey 21, and I lastly tag Dallas and AJ Howell. Hi to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate you guys for subscribing to my channel. I am honored, and thank you so much for watching. I appreciate and love all of my subscribers. Alright, bye you guys.